in that direction. Saying this, Saint left. As soon as Saint left, man light first lamp and walked. Arrived east lamp executed in forest. Man asked him, how did you get here? Will you run this mill for a while? I want to take a break, and while resting, I will tell you the whole story. How and why got here, said old man. Man thought that old man must be having information about more money hide in this palace, so he agreed. He sat up, told man place and started running. The old man stood up, started laughing loudly. Seeing this man asked, why are you laughing? Then old man said, do not stop keeping this mill running. From now on this place is yours and his mill has way. You have to keep running this. One mill stop, this place will complex and you will die. But being dured in it. Taking deep breath, old man Feather said, I too had reached this place out of greed by lighting the lost lamp given it. Smiled then I am running this mill her. But entire youth was spent running this mill. Saying this, old man was leaving. Before leaving, at least tell me how I can get rid of this mill. I should, man. Old man replied, unless someone like me or you come here, blind by grace, you will not be able to get rid of this mill. From that day, and greedy man kept running mill and himself while waiting for someone to come and replace him. Earth provide enough to every man's need to provides enough to safety every man's need, but not every man greed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambujam, for a best moral story of greed in our life. Next, I invite second year B English department, Jayashankari, for share a story.
Holy Om Namah Shivaya. Good evening to all. I am going to talk about a story, A Doll's House. Ibsen. A Doll's House is a three-act play about a woman suddenly breaking away from her conservative husband after having lived a conventional life with him for 8 years. She became an compassionate woman. Nora is a mother of 3 children. She is a loving mother and a devoted wife. Helmer, her husband is fond of her but treats her as a pet. He is a conservative and authoritative husband, always imposing his own moral ideas, views and tastes on her. Nora and Helmer have been married for 8 years. In the second year, her husband feels seriously ill. The doctor advised her to take him a warm climate for treatment. So she badly needed money. She borrowed money from Crockstead on a bond in which she forged her father's signature for a surety. Thus, she saved her husband, but she did not tell him about the loan. She did not want to hurt his pride. Now 8 years have passed. She has been regularly repaying the loan by monthly installment. In order to make these payments, she has been sacrificing her own personal needs. She has been working hard to meet the financial obligations, but she has always kept her transaction with Crockstead a secret from her husband. He has been thinking that her father had given her money for this treatment. Now her husband has been appointed as the manager of a bank. He is soon taking over charge. Crockstead, who working in the same bank, is also guilty of forgery. Helmer decided to dismiss him from service and appointment in his place. Lynn, Nora's schoolmate who needs a job. Crockstead meets Nora and seeks her help to save his job in the bank. Nora tells him that she cannot plead with her husband as he is the moralist. He reveals Nora's transaction with him and the fact of forgery to her husband through a letter. She has thought that her husband will protect her, as he even thought of committing suicide to save him from the embarrassment, but her husband's attitude shocks her. He gets angry with her and calls her a liar, a hypocrite, and a criminal. In the meanwhile, Mrs. Lynn influences Crockstead and makes him send an apology letter to her. Now there is no longer any danger of public disclosure of Nora's crime. Helmer feels happy and speaks her lovingly. He tells her that he will forgive her and protect her. But Nora is disillusioned. She realizes that her husband has not really loved her. He has always treated her as his pet. She has been a doll wife for him. She has lived in a doll's house. Now Nora is changed a woman. No, she will no longer submit blindly to the conventional of society or even to the dictates of morality and religion. She has found out that she has a mind of her own. She is going to find out what is right and what is wrong. Her house and her children for a pleading. Now we discuss about the structure of a doll's house. The structure of a doll's house is highly remarkable. The play has a well connected plot with its compactness and concentration of effects. Ibsen has achieved this artistic feat by following the three classical units and limiting the number of characters and by using the techniques of parallelism and unconventional methods of extreme simplicity and economy. The plot has just five characters: Helmer, Nora, Crockstead, Mrs. Lynn, and Dr. Rank. But the main focus is on Nora. The three units are strictly observed: the unit of place, the unit of time, and the unit of action. The entire action of a play takes place in one place, namely in the apartment where Helmer and Nora live. The action extends over a period of just 3 days, which is not a long period of time. As for the unit of action, there is a continuous progression of the plot leading to the relationship between the husband and the wife and the change which takes place in it towards the end. Of course, there is a subplot, but it is a very short one. All this creates is realistic framework with the main emphasis on psychological rather than on action and intensive the force of the drama. The dramatist has skillful used the device of parallel situation to highlight the central predicament of Nora. Both Nora and Mrs. Lynn are similar in that both have made sacrifices for the sake of their families. Mrs. Lynn achieved a legal of security through her decision of marry Croxton. Nora lives a life of surety by leaving her husband when in inside is escaping from the emptiness of her life into the consciousness of married life. Nora forsake the warmer conditions of the married life. Just as the old nurse has forsaken her little daughter, so Nora too at the end of forsakes her children. Just as Dr. Rand has inherited his diseases from her dissolute father, so Nora has inherited certain bad traits of character for her irresponsible and unscrupulous father. The play achieves the most powerful and moving effects by the highly conventional method of transitional simplicity and economy of language. The play is strictly simple in action. Every bit of conservation carries the action forward. The author has succeeded with the help of only fine characters in keeping up our interest throughout the play. Regarding the subplot, the scenes involving Dr. Rand may be indisciplined but are not irrelevant. Croxter and Mrs. Lynn are both indispensable into the plot. Without the Croxter, there would found be a complex section in Nora's life. But Mrs. Lynn, a letter would have been withdrawn and the play would have ended in the different way. There is a number of dramatic situations and a lot of suspenses is created in our minds as we go through the play. Actually, there is a climax and the end of each act. Each climax, what will happen next? Even after the final climax, there is still suspense about the future of the heroine. Now we discuss about the title of Doll's House. The play has an appropriate title. The word doll means a woman without any will or mind of her own, a passive, subservient woman. For 8 years, Nora has been a passive, anti-obedient wife to Helmer, always conforming to his idea, opinion, and tastes. He has always treated her as a pet, and his property, his attitude towards her has always been possessive, as if she wholly belongs to him and had no individuality of her own. She could never assert her wifely rights. Thus, Nora has all these years been a doll, and she has been living in a doll's house. But at the end, Nora rejects her. But at the end, Nora rejects her role as Helmer's doll wife and resembles against him. She goes into the world outside in order to have a first hand experience of life, to establish her own identity, and to discover her own potentialities. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay Shankari, for choosing this story revolve around the values of the issues of 19th century in the world. The value of money also. Thank you so much. Next, I invite first year Aarti for a delivery a short speech.
Potriom Namachivaya. Good evening to one and all present here. I am going to talk about how struggles make you strong. Struggles, challenges, and hard times offer you much more value than any other time in your life. You cannot grow without struggle. You cannot get stronger without resistance. Think about a time in your life that may have been hard, but forced you to become better. Get grateful for the struggles and hard work yourself to ensure your future has much more pleasure than pain. Imagine if you got what you want every time, no
Aarti,
struggle, work.
Aarti,
Yes, ma'am.
please switch on your video, dear.
Sorry, ma'am.
Video.
Okay, ma'am.
Ah,
Ma'am, shall I start from starting, ma'am?
yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. I'm going to talk about how struggles make you strong. Struggles, challenges, and hard times offer you much more value than others in your time. You cannot grow without struggle. You cannot get stronger without resistance. Think about a time in your life that may have been hard, but forced you to become better. Get grateful for the struggle and hard work yourself. Ensure your future how much more pleasure than pain. Imagine if you got what you want every time, no struggle, no hard work, no challenge, no hard work required. Some of you saying that would be great. You would be weak, and then when something hard times up in your life, you would be know how to handle it because you have to never gone through anything that strains you. You cannot grow without struggle. You cannot develop strength without resistance. Without challenging your life, struggle, pain is your friend. Maybe not in the moment, but for the evolution of your soul, for the long term. Benefit of your stronger human being. Pain is your best friend. If you don't have a face any failures, if you don't have struggles, if you don't have disappointment, you will have to strength, no courage. Could you? Those qualities are made from your struggles. You were given pain because you are strong enough to handle it. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live your life. Because you are strong enough to live your life. They will look at you and say, he did it, she did it. I have to strength to do it. You are stronger than you think. You have survived all challenges in this planet, and you will survive whatever is coming. But best time in your struggle time comes. I don't want you curse the skies. Know that was sent a reason for the lesson. It might be make you stronger. It might be teaches you patience. Might be for you show your strength to others. There is a reason, so don't give up. You have a purpose to world, and you only find keep going and keep growing. Find it, keep going and struggle growth. We all live in the same planet. It's some people hide their faces, either move away from their obstacles. Anyone who faces with the struggles in their life is in continued battle of one life. Firmly through all the barriers, will victorious and the end. I think even that all power and understanding we have only gives a struggle. Then a person also lacks hopes and courage to fight against the barriers. And he or she definitely fails in the struggle in our life is like massive brickled wall in the courage of life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you so much, Aarti. Now I invite Soumya for
Jupiter,
Yes, ma'am.
what happened?
Nothing, ma'am. The sound puja is there, ma'am. But puja,
What happened?
now wind up with a vote of thanks, ma'am.
It is a pleasure for now to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the student and staff of English department of our college. Let me first offer my heart first thanks to our principal and how to permit the students and encourage them to this program. I also thank of the teaching staffs and other participants who graced this program by their meaningful participants. Thanking you.
Thank you to all. Ma'am,
Pray. Jupiter, மொழி வாழ்த்து.
yes, ma'am. Next, I invite Pooja for Molivartha.
வாழிய செந்தமிழ் வாழ்க நற்றமிழர் வாழிய பாரத மணி திருநாடு வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி தென்னாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி காவாய் கனக திரளே போற்றி கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி தன் கடன் அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல் என் கடன் பணி செய்து கிடப்பதே